Welcome to this month's Women's Yoga Circle. And our theme this month is a really great theme. It's from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. So I think that actually, like, nearly all of you on this call have done a little bit of studying. Actually, you have, haven't you guys? Oh my God, yeah. So you all have done lots of studying of Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, but I know that people that signed up that haven't attended, they probably haven't done that much studies of Yoga Sutras. So I'm just going to give a brief outline of what Yoga Sutras is. So basically, Yoga Sutras is an old text. It's not that old. It's around 2,000 years old. And it's thought to have been written by somebody called Patanjali, who was either one person or a group of people. So at that time in history, in India, it was said to be a time of lots of kind of corruption and lots of poverty and lots of kind of distress going on. And it's thought that Patanjali came and arrived and wrote these Yoga Sutras to help at that time. But yet what he wrote those 2,000 years ago still applies very much to our day-to-day life today. And Yoga Sutras is not so much based on the physical form of yoga, but much more the mind and all of kind of the turmoil that we go through in our minds, all of the dramas, all of the inner struggles that we have. And they're really, really like based on very normal kind of human nature type of struggles. So the section of the book that we're going to look at today and the theme that we're basing this month's circle on is the concept of Abhyasa and Vairagya. So this comes around in the first chapter around 1.12 to 1.16, and these two concepts are Abhyasa means it means dedication, and some may say hard work, perseverance, showing up and turning up even if you don't feel like it, and commitment, and the feeling that you're working towards something that you really want in life, what you're really yearning for, what you're really striving for, something really, really important to you, and that you're putting all of your efforts, all of your energy towards trying to achieve that goal, and that in doing that, you're turning up, you're doing the work, you're doing whatever it takes. And Nishala Joy Devi has a very nice translation of Yoga Sutras, and she calls it, she says, Abhyasa is nurtured by a sustained, steady rhythm and a dedicated heart. So it can feel like perseverance, it can feel like hard work, but once you get into the rhythm of what it is that you're doing, it's something that is sustained, and it's something that comes from the heart. So Abhyasa basically is the work, and then, or the practice. And then in opposition to that, there is the concept of Vairagya. So Vairagya, in most translations, is said to be non-attachment, which I really hate that word because it sounds like so cold and impossible, and I don't know, like, how would you non-attach yourself to anything? We are attached, and non-attached also kind of feels a bit to me cold because it kind of feels like disconnect as well. So other ways of thinking about Vairagya is being able to separate yourself from the results that you're yearning for. So like when you're on your journey to do something that's so important, you've got this goal, you want this thing to happen, then when it doesn't happen, or when things don't go as smoothly as you wished for them to go, then you take that as if you're the failure, something's wrong with you. You are the one that's wrong in this problem. And so that feeling of not managing to do what you wanted to do overwhelms you, takes over you, and you forget that you are not just that thing. There are other things in life. So Nishala Joy Devi again has a very, very nice version translation of Vairagya. So she says, with constant remembrance of self, Vairagya, all yearnings fade. So when you can remember who you truly are, then all of those really strong yearnings for everything that you've been striving for, or the failures that you feel that you've had, can begin to fade. So, I mean, I guess examples of this kind of speaking comes up a lot in Yoga Sutras. So you could say, imagine like I'm on a diet and like I feel like I've like failed my diet because I've eaten like all of the chocolate eggs, you know, and then I'll say, you know, like, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, you know. And so, but actually no, like I am not fat. Like if you want to be really correct, like my body might be getting a bit fat, but it's not I. Do you see what I mean? The same as like, you know, or you could feel like oh, I failed, like I didn't manage to get this project to work as well as I could do. I am a failure and I failed, you know. But no, you are not a failure and you didn't fail. Maybe the project has failed. It's like a different thing. So that's what I would think of as like non-attachment to the results. That yes, I might feel sad about that. I have sad feelings about that, you know. I feel really disappointed, but like I am not the failure. Yeah. So it's like just kind of managing to separate yourself from the result of what it is that's happening. So those two concepts, Abhyasa and Vairagya, are said to be, so this is what Desikachar says. He wrote The Heart of Yoga, which if you guys have studied foundation course, then you would have read that, or if you're doing teacher training as well. Desikachar says that Abhyasa and Vairagya are like two wings of a bird, and they both must be working equally to get to the destination on your journey. So if you have only non-attachment to the results, so if you like so don't care, like you've got no goals in life, you're not doing anything, you're just like nothing, like, you know, there's nothing there, then it's just the one non-attachment wing flapping with no goal to go anywhere. And with Abhyasa, the one where you're working really hard and trying to do everything, you've just got that one wing flapping, then also you're still not going to get there without the surrender or the non-attachment to the results. So in a way, it's kind of like you can do all you can and you do all of everything that you possibly can, but then at some point you have to let go as well and to allow things to happen. So those are the two wings kind of analogy of Abhyasa and Vairagya from Desikachar. And another way to look at it is a journey. So imagine if you are going on this like really, really long hike, and you have it in your mind that you want to get to this destination, and like I don't know, if you're like not an experienced hiker, you just think, you know, I'm going to get to this destination in this amount of time, that's my goal. But if it was really, really long, it would be like torture, wouldn't it? Like you would just be walking and walking and walking, thinking, are we there yet, are we there yet, are we there yet, you know, and getting really, really tired and not really enjoying yourself. So the Abhyasa here would be like moving forwards. We have to get to that destination before it gets dark or before, you know, a certain time. That's your Abhyasa. But Vairagya would be looking around and like enjoying the nature and breathing the air and, you know, being in the moment and, you know, enjoying the walk, enjoying the journey on the way there. So in that case, you would need the two things to get you there as well. So I think it's a really, really useful concept to have. And I think probably it's much more likely that we have more Abhyasa than Vairagya. I guess for most people, when we try and strive for things that we really want, we just put, throw everything at it, and don't really think about our mental health either. So, what are people's thoughts on this? You can speak or you can write in the chat. Can you relate to any of these concepts? We've got some nods. Can you think of any times where that balance of when you've really wanted to do something has kind of taken you, has gone out of control? Yeah, we've got some nods. Yes, yeah, yeah. For me, definitely too, lots of times that has happened. Um, Another thing that's useful that I heard, which is much more, it's not yoga, it's kind of a law of attraction type of thing, which I heard Gabby Bernstein talk about actually, who's like this really like law of attraction type of person, is that when you want to really manifest something, so when we change this into kind of manifesting things, so when I really want something to happen, I do a little bit of manifesting, like I do write down some affirmations, and I do all of the work, but I also try to work towards what I want to do, like energetically as well. So I do like a little bit of like tapping, like EFT tapping, and I do a little bit of writing down like the goal as if it's already happened and sticking it places there. But that can also get completely too much as well. And she said what she does is that when you want something and it's, you just want it so so badly, in a manifesting way, is that she writes it down in this piece of paper, folds it up, and she's got that. I don't really understand the entire concept of this. She's got like a triangle that's like mounted on her wall, and she places what she wants into that triangle, and it said that you've kind of passed that over now to the universe for them to help you on that journey of manifestation without you having to like hold it and carry it all the time energetically. And it doesn't mean that it's disappeared, that you can kind of put it in the triangle and surrender to it. You know, you've put it out there, and then just trust that, you know, it's, you've done all you can, and that the universe will find its way, one way or another, might not be the way you expect, to do its work with you. Yeah, so that's one way, that you don't have to grasp and like hold on so badly onto what it is that you want to make it happen. And quite often I found that things, when I've just wanted it so so badly, it like unfortunately like never happens, and it's like torturous. And I don't know why the universe works in that way, but it seems that you need a bit of a looser grip sometimes, you know. And so I think that that can be very helpful, to write it down and put it somewhere and then just let it be. And that putting her action of putting her affirmation or her wish or what she wants in the triangle is a practice of vairagya, is a practice of handing that over now. You know, you've done all you can, you hand it over. So yeah, okay. So one of the lovely breathing practices that goes very well when you're trying to work towards something that you really want in life is the breathing breath with the hands. So I do this quite often. So some of you might know it already, but I'm going to talk it through anyway for people that haven't. So if you can see me, you don't really hold your hands like this. You have to sit like resting your hands on your thighs, but I'm just holding them up so that you can see what I mean. So we're going to sit comfortably. I'm just going to demonstrate and then I'll guide you through properly. So we sit comfortably. And again, people, if you're watching the replay of this just on audio, I'll describe properly with the hands, is that you rest your hands on your thighs and then you close your hands like fists and you hold them like very gently, like you're holding something like a butterfly. So you're not like clenching at all. It's a very loose grip. And then what we do is that we take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, you open your right hand and you take a deep breath in and you fully receive the inhale. and then you close it, and then you just pause for a moment. So it's not really a breath retention, just a very short pause. And then you open your left hand, and then you take a long, slow breath out to let go. And then you close and pause. And then you open the right hand, you take a deep breath in and close, you pause. Open the left hand and take a slow breath out and close and pause. So basically the breathing goes, you inhale every time through your right hand as it opens, you pause, you exhale every time through your left hand as it opens, and then you close and pause. Yeah, so I'll guide you through it. If you want to do an extra release, you can exhale through the mouth as you exhale through that left hand, but always inhale through the nose, and that tends to make the effect a bit stronger in releasing. Yeah, and this really helps us find the balance, because it's just the feeling of allowing, I think that when we're go 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 go, even though we think we're going, at some point we are blocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's this is not, especially if it's not going where we want it to be going. So it allows like a flow to go through you energetically, and allows the flow to go through your body. And it is a flow of receiving and letting go, or breathing in, allowing for the effort, doing the effort, and then releasing and letting go. Okay, so let's sit really comfortably now, and I will talk you through the breathing practice. So once you're all settled, let's begin by just closing the eyes. And then rest your hands on your thighs with both palms facing upwards, and the hands are going to be very gently closed into gentle fists. Good. Once again, allow the whole body to soften in this position. And whenever you come to your next inhale, open your right palm and take a deep breath in. And then you can close it, pause, and then open your left palm. Take a slow breath out. Close and pause. Open the right hand, take a deep breath in. Close and pause. Open the left hand. Take a slow breath out. Close and pause. And now just continue this pattern absolutely in your own timing. Allow your breath to be smooth and easy. Let the pauses be natural. And let the exhale be slow and steady. So now, in your own timing, we're coming to the last round. So take as long as you need to do this. But we'll end with the next exhale through the left hand. And once you have completed that, just keep your eyes closed for a moment. And then allow the breath to go back to normal. And then just place the hands on the tops of the thighs with the palms facing downwards. Feeling grounded and feeling steady. Remembering that concept of Abhyasa. Abhyasa is nurtured by a sustained and steady rhythm and a dedicated heart. And then just turning your palms to face upwards now, still with the eyes closed. With constant remembrance of the self, Vairagya, all yearnings fade. And then just bringing the hands together, palm to palm, into the heart center, into Anjali Mudra, and really feeling the two palms of the hands and that plane of contact between the two. Feeling absolute balance of those two sides, Abhyasa and Vairagya. And then slowly releasing the hands down. And then in your own timing, slowly, slowly blinking open the eyes. Great. So that is a super balancing breathing practice, and you can do it like at any time. So you really don't have to roll out your mat to do this practice. You can do it just when you're sitting at your desk and just do a few easy rounds just in your own timing. You could do it like in the bath. You could do it lying in bed even. You don't even have to be sitting upright. So there are many different places that you can do this and incorporate it into your life, just to get the energy flowing in a way that is good and natural on that journey of really wanting something. Okay, so let's make ourselves really, really comfortable now, and we're going to do a lovely full length practice of Yoga Nidra. So just for people, you guys have done loads of Yoga Nidra. Emma, maybe not so much Yoga Nidra, or Katie, but just to explain, in the practice of Yoga Nidra, the goal is to be as comfortable as you possibly can make yourself, and that we want to bring ourselves into a near sleep state. So it requires absolutely zero effort, and you really don't have to even bother to listen to my voice too much at all. So just to become into that state where you're so relaxed and comfortable that you're drifting in and out of sleep is the optimum place to be in the practice of Yoga Nidra. And the reason for that is that then you start to work with the subconscious mind rather than the conscious mind. So make yourself into a very comfortable lying position. And you don't have to lie on the floor. You can lie on your bed, you can lie on the sofa, but as long as you feel that you can lie very comfortably for around 20 minutes or slightly more. You can turn your lights off. And if you can't turn your lights off, you can put something over your eyes to block out the light, which can be really calming for the nervous system as well. Lovely. So once you are all settled, just allowing the whole of the body to soften and to let go. And then I would just like to read you this really lovely poem from Donna Ashworth. So it's called Unstoppable. Unstoppable, they called her, but I saw her stop. I saw her stop many, many times. Sometimes I thought she'd stop for good. But no, she always found a way to resurrect, to rise again. Not the same, never the same, each time a little more determined and a little less vulnerable. Unstoppable, they said. But I think it was in the stopping that she found her power. So now let the whole body know that it can come into a state of deep and peaceful rest. Let go of all of the muscles in the legs and feet. Let them be soft and heavy. Let go of all of the muscles in the shoulders, arms, and hands. Let them be soft and heavy. Allow the whole of the lower back, middle back, and upper back to soften and widen. The whole of the back of the head softening and widening. And all of the muscles of the face letting go. So very soft forehead, soft eyes, and soft jaw. Move the awareness down the back of the throat, soft and wide, into the center of the chest, to the heart center. Allow that whole area to be soft and calm and easy. Move the awareness all the way down to the belly, allowing all of the muscles of the belly to be soft and easy as well. And now let the body know that there is absolutely nothing she needs to do. Nothing to know or not know. Nothing to achieve or not achieve. Nowhere to go. And nobody to please. Simply allow the whole of the body to drop back into a state of deep rest and peace that is the practice of Yoga Nidra. Then slowly moving the inner gaze and the awareness up to the point between the eyebrows for a moment. And very gently repeating these affirmations after me. And if at any point they don't feel right, feel free to change the words as you please. I trust in the divine timing of all my desires. I learn the way on the way. I rest my body and mind and find peace exactly where I am now. And moving the awareness down along the back of the throat and into the center of the chest to the heart center. And with the awareness there, gently say to the body, I trust in the divine timing of all my desires. I learn the way on the way. I rest my body and mind and find peace exactly where I am now. And now the whole body slowly moves into a state of deep, restful peace with each and every moment and each and every breath. And as the body lies very, very comfortably and supported on the earth, there is an inner awareness that can move around the body from point to point. And as the inner awareness arrives at each point within the body, it chants the mantra Shanti, meaning peace. So the awareness now moves all the way down to the right hand thumb. The awareness chants Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace at the right hand thumb. Then moves to the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger, to the palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, and upper arm, to the right shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, and sole, to the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And now all of those points of awareness gather together as one as they chant the mantra Shanti, peace, 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 and it echoes into the whole of the right side of the body. The whole right side of the body filled with the sound vibration of peace. And now the awareness slowly moves down to the left hand thumb. And again, as it arrives there, it silently chants the Shanti mantra, peace, peace, peace. And it moves to the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger, to the palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, and upper arm, to the left shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, shin, ankle, heel, and sole, to the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And now all of those points of awareness on the left side of the body join together, chanting silently the sound Shanti, peace, peace, peace. And that sound vibration echoing to fill the whole of the left side of the body. And now the awareness moving to the back of the body. So starting down at the heels, the calves, back of the knees and the backs of the thighs, to the buttocks, lower back, middle back and upper back, back of the shoulders, backs of the arms and backs of the hands, along the back of the neck and into the back of the head. And now all of those points on the back of the body merging into one and chanting together Shanti, peace, peace, peace. And that sound vibration of peace echoing into the whole of the back of the body. And now slowly moving the awareness softly over the crown of the head to the forehead, to the right eye and left eye and the point between the eyebrows. to the nose, the tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, chin and throat, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the heart center, and moving outwards along the fronts of the arms to the palms of the hands. Then from the palms of the hands back to the heart, then traveling down to the upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen and groin, top of the thighs, knees, shins and tops of the feet. So now the whole of the front surface of the body, all of those points of awareness join together, and they silently chant the sound Shanti, peace, 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 echoing into the whole of the front body. And now become aware of the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole torso, and then the whole head. And now the whole body. The whole body as a whole unit. And all of those points of awareness joining together as one, as a huge orchestra, as they chant together, peace. Shanti, 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 the sound vibration of peace, echoing and filling the whole of the body. And now become aware of the body as it lies on the earth. The whole body lying on the earth herself. With every breath, the body drops back a little more, and a feeling of soft and pleasant heaviness fills the body. The whole body dropping back into a comfortable feeling of heaviness. And as the body drops back, the earth reaches out to hold and support the body even more. The body letting go, being held by the earth. A heavy, heavy body. And now let that go. Become aware of the whole body as it lies on the earth, gradually beginning to feel lightness in the body. The legs feel a little lighter, arms a little lighter, the torso and the head feeling much lighter. And in the mind's eye, imagining the vastness of the earth and noticing how light the body is to the earth. The body is very light on the earth. Lightness in the body. Now let that go, and the body comes to a place that feels perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced between earth and sky. Feeling complete comfort. Feeling complete balance. And now moving to the mind's eye. Picturing yourself walking through a beautiful wood. And as you walk, you hold a map. And you also have a watch on your wrist. And now, although this is a very pleasurable trip that you're going on, you know that there is a destination that you need to get to. You feel safe and you feel confident that you know the way. but you study the map very, very carefully. And as you walk, you stare down at the map and follow each turn with absolute precision, absolute concentration, and absolute focus. Determined to get to your destination, determined to get there on time. And then as time passes, you realize that you have quite some way to go. And that actually you begin to feel quite tired and you begin to feel quite impatient. And in that moment, you stop for a moment. You close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and a slow breath out. And you take a moment to hear all of the sounds you can hear around you within this wood. You can hear different kinds of birds singing. You can hear the wind gently blowing and leaves rustling. And then you notice the different smells of the cool, crisp air. You can smell spring flowers. You can smell the earth, the fresh smell of grass. And you become aware of your skin and you feel the warmth of the sun shining down on the skin. Feeling soft and warm. And then you open your eyes and take a look around and you notice the beauty of the nature around you. You continue to walk, but at a much slower pace, safe in the knowledge that you know the right way and that we don't need the map right now. You observe all of the different flowers that you can see popping up, the different textures of the trees, and the sun shining between those trees and branches, creating beautiful flickering dancing lights of sunlight in front of you. And you continue to walk in this way mindfully and really just enjoying this beautiful walk in nature. You realize that actually you have plenty of time, more than enough. And as you walk, eventually you see ahead of you exactly what you were looking for, your final destination. And as you arrive there, you find a beautiful lake surrounded by huge, tall, ancient mountains. You decide to take off your shoes, walk towards the water and just dip your toes in, and it feels like a temperature that's just right. You walk in a little further and you notice that this lake is actually very shallow. It goes up to the waist deep maximum all the way around. And the sensation of the water is so pleasant, you decide to walk all the way in up to your waist. Then you lean back, reach out your arms, and simply float. Surrounded by the strength of the mountains, looking up at the vastness of the sky. It feels effortless, light, and easy. Safe in the knowledge that you can put your feet down at any moment. And after you've fully enjoyed the experience, you bring your feet down, slowly walk out of the lake. You dry yourself off. Sit underneath a beautiful tree, staring at this wonderful scenery, and a feeling of peace fills the body and fills the mind completely. And now slowly coming back to the whole body as it lies on the earth. Then moving the awareness up to the point between the eyebrows. I trust in the divine timing of all my desires. I learn the way on the way. I rest my body and mind and find peace exactly where I am now. And move the awareness down into the center of the chest to the heart center. I trust in the divine timing of all my desires. I learn the way on the way. I rest my body and mind and find peace exactly where I am now. And now, becoming aware of the body and its surroundings. So notice how the body is lying, noticing the distance between the two legs, the distance between the body and the arms. In the mind's eye, remember the room that you're in, picturing the four walls of the room. And now slowly, slowly let the body know that this practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. So taking a nice deep full breath in. Take a slow breath out. And begin to move the fingers and move the toes. And then gently turning the head from side to side. And then in your own timing, just bending one knee up and bending the other knee up. Roll yourself all the way over onto one side. And then in your own timing, slowly, slowly using the hands to make your way up to sitting. And then let's bring the hands back into the heart center and then closing the eyes again. So this practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And let's chant Om a single time. So taking a deep breath in. Om. And then bring the hands up to the point between the eyebrows and then back into your heart center.